Good afternoon, Jay Bo here, Living with Strength and Honor, to be found at livingwithstrengthandhonor.com. Welcome, and today I want to talk about you hiding behind you. I heard this said today in some form or fashion. I was driving back from the gym and had a really good workout and didn't get a great sleep last night, but still just pushed, had a really strong workout, was really feeling rejuvenated, feeling strong, pumped up, ready for my day. And I don't know if I heard those exact words or something similar to it, but it just came to me like a ton of bricks right in the car. It's like, you are hiding behind you. I didn't have my phone with me. I dropped it off at a place to get fixed, so I couldn't type anything. I grabbed a piece of paper and a pen. I wrote it down real quick because I know my brain that can come and go within minutes. And when I hear these things, when I hear these messages, right, however they come from the divine source or just from the deep, dark recesses of my brain or from someone else. And it just sort of triggers that thought, man, I've got to write that down and preserve that thought. And so I had to stop at the grocery store and I kept thinking over and over, you are hiding behind you. You are hiding behind you. You are hiding behind you. The more I thought of that, the more I had this vision of a little boy clinging to his mom's leg and hiding behind the leg, but peeking out from behind, right? Have you ever seen a little boy shy, acting all shy and nervous? And they'll kind of hide behind their mom's leg and wrap their arms around her thighs and poke their little head out from behind as if they're safe. They have this protection grid from their mom's, leg. It's the cutest thing in the world, especially if you start sort of like flirting with them, like acting like you can see them and then not see them and see them and not see them. And they start laughing and they come out, right? Like they come out from behind their mom. They, usually loosen up a little bit. And I thought, wow, that's it. That is the metaphor. That's the perfect metaphor for this idea that you are hiding behind you. Except in this instance, it's hiding behind his mom's leg. And here's why, right? Because can you imagine if in your world you didn't have to put on a particular front? Like you didn't have to be a particular kind of person at your job. Or you didn't have to pretend to be a particular kind of person at your church. Or you didn't have to pretend to be a particular kind of person with your family. Or maybe I could put that another way. If you didn't fucking lie in front of every fucking body and you just presented you. Can you imagine? Now, here's why that's important to me. Not in this Oprah way or Dr. Phil, maybe is more accurate, like this Dr. Phil kind of way. You can do you, man. I don't give a shit about all that stuff. I don't buy into the mamby-pamby psychological world that, you can do you and it doesn't matter, because that's a bunch of bullshit. The way that this matters, more importantly, is that there is another version of you that is hiding behind today's version of you. And the only thing keeping that new and improved version of you from manifesting in this reality is point. You. And here's why. Because just like the little boy behind his mom's legs, right? If you see your current version of you as the leg and the new and improved version of you standing behind, that new version wants to be here on the planet. Just like that little boy wants to engage with the other humans. They just are more comfortable hanging back. They're more comfortable pretending not to be seen. They're more comfortable hiding. And that's what you and I do. I mean, we fucking hide, right? Like, we don't want to walk around and let anybody see who we really are, what's really going on. Now, I'm not encouraging you to walk up to strangers, say, hey, how you doing? I'm so-and-so. Man, I'm having a hard day, and let me tell you why. Because most strangers could give a fuck. Although I would tell you that if you spoke from your heart, most people are going to react. See, here's the thing. As long as you're hiding out, as long as you're hiding from your reality, from the truth, from the facts of today, then you're going to be stuck in the version that's here today. And quite frankly, not even stuck there, because as I often said, there is no stagnation in life. You are either growing or you are dying. You are expanding or you're contracting. You're moving forward or you're moving backwards. There's no staying the same. Do you know any living thing, any even inanimate object, anything on this planet that stays exactly the same? There's nothing. Park your car in the yard for about 6 months and don't touch it and see if it stays the same. See if it runs like it runs today. You ever see what happens to an abandoned house? Hell, it's not a person, but if it sits there for 6 months to a year with nobody in it, it goes to shit. How in the hell does a house actually do better with people in it? It's fucking nuts, right? You as a human are either growing or dying, expanding or contracting. So as long as today's version is being presented over and over and over again, and you're not seeking to change to expand the possibilities of your life, you're stuck with that version, and that version, by its very essence, has to either grow or contract, expand or minimize. That's the only two possibilities. The only thing that doesn't change in this world is that everything always changes. So what I encourage you to consider today is to stop fucking hiding. Just stop fucking hiding. Surround yourself with a group of people that you can tell the truth to, that you can share the facts of your life and what's truly going on and what's going on for what's happening in your feelings, your emotional state, what's happening in your spiritual state, where you at, and what you want. What are your desires? What do you really want? Make that group a group of people that have just two little things that this group of people have to have in order for that to be effective. First thing is they have to care. They have to be humans that give a shit, that care. The second thing is they should have the same interest of you, and that interest being expansion and growth. That's it. That's all they got to do. That's all they have to be. They don't have to be gurus. They don't have to be authors. They don't have to be coaches like myself. They don't have to be anything. They just have to A, care, and B, be interested in expansion like you. And then these people can give you some support and feedback on where you are. They can call you out and tell you you're a lying son of a bitch when you're hiding. They can prop you up when you're down. As long as you keep hiding behind your mommy's leg, nothing's going to change in your life. So then you're down to this. Here's really what I tell you all. This is what you ought to do. Just stop fucking thinking about it. I mean, just stop. At least you won't have as much guilt and shame. If you stop telling yourself, man, I got to start working out, or man, I need to make more money, or man, I shouldn't watch so much TV, or man, I got to stop smoking dope every day, or man, I got to stop getting drunk 4 days a week, or man, I got to save something for my legacy, or man, I should spend more time with my children, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Man, it'd be great that my wife and I could have sex more than once a quarter. Just stop. Just go, fuck it. That's my life. That way, at least you won't have the guilt and shame. Or option number 2, you could admit that the only reason that you have these thoughts of having more, doing more, being more, is that you are capable of more and you are being invited by the divine, by God, to do more, be more, and have more. That possibility is there for you, and it's not off in some distant crazy land, and you don't have to fucking win the lottery. It's right there in front of you. In fact, it's just hiding behind you right now. There you are, hiding this next version of you. Find a way to find him. Get out of his fucking way and let him come. Stop being you, the you that you are today, in some fashion, in some form. I'm not talking about what's in your heart. I'm not talking about the amount of love that you have. I'm not talking about the divine piece of you that's perfect in the way that it is. I'm talking about the way you act, the actions you take, which are driving your results. And they're driven by what you think. So get out of the way. Stop hiding. Tell the truth, at least to the most important person in your life, you. And tell the version of you that's hiding the new version of you to get the fuck out of the way. It's my time. And I'm getting ready to level up my game. Sorry, you're no longer welcome here. You no longer serve a purpose here. I'm putting you down like I put down Legos and bike riding and passing notes in class. I'm finished with you too. Get out the way and let the new version arrive. Hey, that's what I got for you today. I hope that makes some sense. It certainly did to me. It struck me today, like immediately stop and go, all right, as soon as you get back to the office, you're going to look at your targets for the week. How did you do against those? You got a couple of days, you got 2 days left in this week. Can you still hit your targets? If not, how can you course correct? What are your targets going to be next week? Where is the version of you? What is the version of me that needs to show up? Where am I hiding out right now? Where am I hiding out? How can I level up? That's what I had to come home and check out and see and assess for myself. And I challenge you to do the same. Just pick one thing. Don't make a laundry list. Pick one fucking thing. Pick that thing that's on your brain all the time. That's killing you. Like your mother nagging at you to pick up your room or some shit. It's pick that one, that thing. And decide today to let the version of you that's willing and capable to be that new version, let him hear. Let that version manifest and get the old you out of the fucking way. I hope that has some impact for you. Those thoughts had some impact for me today as well. And hey, I hope we get to connect in the future. There's a new challenge by choice coming up here real soon, October 21st. You can find me, of course, at livingwithstrengthandhonor.com and on Facebook at Living with Strength and Honor. I hope you have an amazing day, and strength and honor to you.